Lights that
You know what? No, it was good to get out here and it was good for me. First time I've been out here under the lights where it wasn't 6 o'clock in the morning. So that was a positive. But it's good. I mean, I don't think it bothered anybody. I think it's like anything else. As a football coach, we always want to make sure we show them every possible scenario and get them as comfortable as we possibly can before we play. So that's what that was.
I think you and your staff are the only ones on the field who haven't been under the lights.
Yeah, that's probably right. Yes, probably a couple of freshmen that haven't been here either, but that's most of the other guys have been. And so it was probably a bigger adjustment for us than it was them.
The fact that Avery was actually out there in a helmet and Forbes wasn't, I mean, does that say anything?
No, not really. I think it says, speaks good for Avery. The thing is, what you try to do on these things is you try to prepare for the worst. So we're preparing, as if Nick's not going to be there, and then we'll see and make adjustments if he is. So, that was kind of what that was.
Do you still expect that Avery will be available on the 31st?
I think that's a possibility. I mean, he's going to have to complete practices and again complete the protocol. But I think the plan right now is to make him available if he can successfully complete the protocol.
At this point, has he gone has he cleared every check mark?
He has up to this point. Yeah.
So he's 100 for 100 up until now.
Yeah.
Whitner going to be on start on special teams, you think?
Yeah. I think we're going to go ahead and play him. And he was a guy that we felt like in camp that we were probably ready to play based on his performance. And then we've had some guys go down, and we wanted to make sure we had enough depth at that position. And he's a guy that we were real impressed with. And the more we've talked about as a staff, the better we thought it was just go ahead and play.
Apart from Kalfani and Jared and Johnny Reagan who and Jacoby, who else do you think?
Chris Barreo possibly could play. He's a backup role right now, but he could possibly get into some game time. I'm trying to think what other freshmen, true freshmen might see. Obviously Jared. Probably nobody else on offense. I think that's right. I think you hit it on the head. Guys that are going to play as true freshmen potentially. And again, that's always adjustable. I mean, we could see. I mean, if you have an injury or two, then you can make some adjustments if you have to. But I wouldn't anticipate that happening.
I know you like to have starters on both sides of the ball play on special teams. Would you have Avery on special teams also?
Yes. Yeah. Don't know that it'll happen this week, but yeah, we'll progress him back on special teams and he'll end up being a starter on special teams.
So you listed Treggs as a returner. Who's the other returner?
We've worked three guys really. Bryce has worked some, Kalfani's worked some, and also two Harper's worked some back there. So in Lasco as well. So you're going to have four different returners, they could all play.
You'll do it situationally?
Yeah. We'll just kind of see how it goes during the week. Who we feel like catches the ball the best, makes the best decisions, and whoever we feel like we're ready to roll with.
Matt Cochran mentioned that down the stretch, you and the rest of the staff kind of made a point of really closing Aaron and getting him here. What have you seen out of Aaron?
Yeah, he's been a heck of an addition. I mean, he's a huge guy. He was a little overweight when he reported. He's done a great job of getting himself into shape, and quite frankly, he's a little bit ahead of where we thought he'd be. He's such a big kid. He's still growing into his body. And repositioning some of his weight and all that. But he's exactly what we thought. He's a big athletic guy that likes football and has a bright future.
What about him made it so crucial to kind of full court press him there at the end?
Well, anytime you have a chance to get a quality offensive lineman, that's a big deal. And so he was like all of them. I mean, it was important for us to reload at that group. Your football team's always going to be decided really by how good you are up front, whether it's on offensive line or defensive line. So it was really important for us to sign as many quality offensive linemen as we could.
And that way, at least in the future, you have one side that's going to be taken care of.
Exactly. That's the idea.
The Cochran side and then the other side.
At defensive end, if Brennan can't go, is Camporelli the starter, or is that still up for competition?
We'll just see how it plays out this week. I would say, Camporelli will play, Puka will play. We'll play with a bunch of different guys. Cragen's probably, quite frankly, had as good a camp as anybody. And so, there's a lot of good options over there. Obviously, McCain. So we feel like that's a position that has great depth. And And if it doesn't work with Brennan, somebody will step up and play.
And on the rush side, hadn't Barr been primarily on that side?
Yeah, we flip-flop some guys at times. I mean, the good thing is Cragen has done a great job of playing both. We feel like he can do both, and then Barr's in the mix to get some playing time as well. So I mean, we have a lot of different combinations.
The end and rush, are those essentially like the wide receiver depth chart? I mean, they can each kind of both. Yeah,
I would think that we would play 3 rush and probably 3 or 4 ends,
and they each could go to the other.
And several guys play both. Not everybody, but several guys can bounce to both rush and end. With Cragen being the primary guy that does both.
And Nick Kane as well, right?
Yeah, Chris can do both as well.
Is Cena leaning more towards redshirt at this point?
Yeah, potentially. We'll see if we can get him back healthy pretty quickly. We'll redshirt him otherwise, or we'll try to play him. But otherwise, I would think he would probably redshirt. We have enough depth at that position. We want to try to get him healthy, but we'll see how it plays out.